Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Your Life, Your Money. Everybody wants to have a good retired life. But do you know what statistics tell? Over 95% of the people will not have a good retired life, a proper retired life, a retired life where they can live with their heads high with pride. What goes wrong? There are multiple things which can go wrong. If 95% of the people are not going to have good retired life, you should sit and check, is there something in you that makes you one among that 95% community? I have listed in this video 10 things which can go wrong when you do a retirement planning. If you are somebody who has one of that, it's time to sit and start working around it. Out of these 10 things I have listed in this video, barring one, the rest of the 9 can be easily managed with active intervention of yourself or your financial planner. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Over 95% of the people will never have a good retired life. Why? The reason is very simple. No planning or faulty planning. When it comes to question of retirement planning, ignorance is not bliss. The simple and effective actions that you can take today will decide whether you are going to have a good retired life or will pass through a hell of a time during your retired stage. Hello, I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, financial guide and founder of YouTube channel NRI Money Clinic. I have to my credit creating super secured retired life for thousands of NRIs spread across over 60 countries across the globe. I will be conducting a webinar on stress-free retirement in India. If you too want to create that stress-free retired life in India, you must participate in this webinar. If you have an interest, click on the link below for more details on it. Let's start listing what can go wrong in the retirement planning. Why 95% of the people don't have a good retired life. Here are the 10 reasons which can go against them. Reason number 1, literally there is no plan. People do not have retirement plan. For those of you who are very active, knowledgeable, disciplined, you may think, what? There's no plan? Yes, a large majority of people, it is not an exception to the rule, but a large majority of people just don't have a retirement plan. They think the gratuity that they get, end of service benefit that they get, they will have enough money, they'll sell some pieces of land, they think our children will take care of us. A lot of assumptions that they make, and I have got a provident fund, and they live in the belief that they don't need to have a retirement plan of their own. Let anything be done by your employer, government, whatever it is. It's absolutely essential you have your own retirement plan. Not having a plan is the first major reason why you will go through a troublesome retirement period. Reason number 2, ignorance about how retirement planning will be done or how you have to approach this particular problem. You just don't know when you have to start. You don't know where to park the money. You don't know whether you should do it or not. How much contribution has to go. Ignorance when it comes to question of retirement planning is not a bliss. Whether it is ignorance, whether it's faulty, whether it is inadequate, everything boils down to only one thing. You will not have good retired life if you are suffering from this problem of ignorance. Reason number 3, not having a financial planner or not working with a financial planner. This applies both for the category of people who are in the do-it-yourself category or for that large majority of people who neither have a financial planner, not even knowing what needs to be done. The first step that you have is a retirement planner. A retirement planner becomes extremely important for you because he is an external person who can influence your decision, who can make you think, who can make you contribute, who can make you budget certain things towards the retirement plan. Retirement planning is a very attractive word. However, people do not have experience of retirement. Everybody imagines about retirement from the stage of life that they are passing through. A 30-year-old imagines his retired life to be like that of 30 years of his life. Whatever he's experiencing now, he thinks his retired life will be exactly like that. As you move from one stage of the life to the other stage of the life, every time you think your retired life is going to be like that. Unfortunately, your retired life will not behave like that. Neither what you do nor you experience, what turmoils you go through, what problems you go through, that has nothing to do with what you are experiencing today. Only a person who has retired, spent enough number of years or enough decades of life during the retirement period will know how exactly the retirement goes. The other set of persons who will know about it are the persons, financial planners, trained, worked with large number of retirees to know what exactly the problems that might come in. Lack of money, inability to handle money, human issues, emotional issues, children's issues. There are so many things which can go right and go wrong in your life. When it comes to question of retirement planning, you must have a financial planner. This is a call even for those do-it-yourself investors. If you are checking from a fee-based advisors or whatever it is, you have to ask them. People think retirement planning is only about accumulating a certain amount of money, accumulating so big amount of money so that you can retire early. That's not retirement planning. Retirement planning has multiple things which has to go into it. It's time you check with your financial planner. For those of you who don't have, or for those of you who have an intention to use the services of a financial planner, you can make best use of services provided by NRI Money Clinic. What do we bring to the table? We have been in this line for decades together. We have helped thousands of families. We have helped families from over 60 different countries till date. We have created happy families everywhere. Go and check our Google profile, what people have to say about it. If you are somebody who is waiting to engage with a financial planner, you should take that action today. Our numbers are given in the description box below. There is a link to the WhatsApp. Click on the link, drop us a message, what exactly you need, and our team of experts are ever ready to help you to create that beautiful retired life for you. Reason number 4, retirement plan remains a latent need till the end of your career. What do I mean by that? It's not that you do not know about retirement planning, but you don't see the seriousness of working on a retirement plan. I'll tell you an example. What is a latent need? Latent need is something which you know that I have a need, but you don't perceive it that it's an emergency to work on it immediately. So there is a need which is felt as latent. Yes, I need it, but not now. A perceived need is I have a need and I have to act on it immediately. Let me give an example. People make fun of insurance advisors, right? When COVID came, insurance companies, insurance advisors were working overtime. Why? Suddenly, the latent need of insurance straight away came as a perceived need in the minds of each and everyone, and people started reaching out to the insurance companies, reaching out to the insurance agents, brokers, whatever it is. They wanted an insurance at an urgency. Retirement planning also follows the same rule. In the beginning of your career, you will know that you need a retirement plan, but you don't see that as an urgent need at this point of time. You keep postponing it. You think it is something which comes distant down the line, so you keep neglecting it. Unless you convert this latent need into a perceived need, that means I have to act on it today, chances are that you will not have a good retired life. So how to make it a perceived need? Take that action, start your retirement plan immediately, today, this month, this year, according to your convenience. Reason number 5, delay in starting your retirement planning. Starting early is the simplest thing to do, but people delay the starting. Starting late or delaying commencement of a proper retirement plan has a huge consequence on your success of retirement planning. What's the cost it will come with? Very simple. If you start very early, the amount of money that you need to set out for retirement planning becomes less. You can make time work in your favor. Let's say you start at 30 years and you retire at 60 years. You have 30 years time which is available for you to save, accumulate and grow the money. Small amounts of money, when it compounds over longer periods of time, results in big chunk of corpus by the time you retire. However, if you delay, let's say you delay even by 5 years, the amount of money you need to reach the required corpus will increase. If you could not find 500 rupees, 1000 rupees at 30 years of age, how do you feel if you have to increase it to 5000 rupees or maybe 50,000 rupees further down your career? So the wise thing is always to start early. Your retirement plan looks like a cricket match. In the beginning of your career, it looks like a test match. 2 innings, all the time in the world. You can design your match as you want. You can play slow. You can wait for the right ball to hit the runs. At 45 years, it's a one-day match. At 50 years of age, it is a 20-20 match. At 55 years of age, it is 20-20 match, already halfway down. Shorter the match, it is unpredictable the results are. Therefore, being wise, you should start early. Starting early is the simplest thing that you can do to create a successful retired life, and you can build a good corpus by the time you retire. Reason number 6, lack of cooperation from spouse. Yes, this is one of the reasons why you may not have a good retirement corpus by the time you retire. Why does this happen? It happens because you want to do your planning in a particular way. Your spouse may want to do it in another way. You want to be aggressive. He or she wants to be conservative. There could be a conflict of interest in the family. You want to start your retirement planning now, but you want to postpone construction of the house later. Whereas your spouse could be thinking otherwise. You want to save for a retired life, but you're passing through a very young phase where aspirational and your spouse feels neglected. She wants to buy a jewelry. And you feel jewelry is useless and you want to start a retirement planning. So these kinds of conflicts which come in the family and lack of cooperation from spouse hits hard on retirement planning. When you work on retirement planning, it's very essential that both of you put your heads together, discuss, say this is the uncompromising part of your life. You don't need to set out a big chunk of money. It's a good idea to start investing in a joint life kind of a thing, which means joint accounts or joint life or whatever the terminology. Yeah. He or she, your spouse, should be equally responsible for building that planning. And active cooperation from the spouse becomes absolutely essential. Otherwise, you try, your spouse spoils it. That could be one of the reasons why a lot of people do not have a good retirement corpus by the time they retire. Number 7, indiscipline. We have heard about New Year resolutions. We have heard about people becoming emotional. They go to a conference, attend a webinar. They suddenly became, the latent need becomes the perceived need. They start a retirement plan or any other plan. But after starting, their commitment to contribute at regular intervals of time or to go ahead with the agreed upon plan suffers because of the indiscipline. Now you commit a certain amount of money. Then one offer comes to you to buy a property, a land, a building, whatever it is, or a new gadget comes in, or you want to buy or exchange your car, and you don't have enough amount of money. What do? People will dip into the retirement corpus, take out the money. They think it is far away. It's okay to take out money from my retirement account right now and let me use it for my needs or wants or whatever it is today. In the bargain, the growth that should happen in your retirement corpus will not happen, and by the time you retire, the story continues as it is and you will not have enough retirement corpus. Reason number 8, unfortunate events in life. Out of the 10 reasons I'm going to quote for you today, this is the only one reason which is beyond the control of yourself or your financial planner. Unfortunate events are part and parcel of life of few. It's rather unfortunate. Nobody wants it. Nobody expects it. Nobody visualizes that it is coming. If you have adequate insurance and kind of a thing, probably you may still sail through. But most of the unfortunate events many a times can't even be guessed. I have seen a lot of people becoming a victim of it. Loss of job, divorce in the family, something like we saw a recent an air crash, critical illness, moving from one place to another. You saw what happened during the celebration event of RCB in Bangalore. See, these are all very, very unfortunate. A member of a family coming down with a major illness like a cancer, meeting with an accident, losing limbs, there could be anything. The unfortunate events of life may prevent you from earning further, or may force you to dip into your retirement corpus, or you may require to spend so much of your money on treatment and other things, and your retirement can completely go haywire. Unfortunate events of life is also a reason why you may not have enough money at the time of retirement. However, this reason is not for everyone. It's a small, minuscule number of people who suffer from this. But this is that one thing which I, as a financial planner, or you yourself as an investor, can't have any control on. Reason number 9, inadequate contribution. Again, something which is well within your control. You may be setting out to build a retirement plan and you contribute certain amount of money, or your financial planner makes certain calculation, make recommendation based on your income, expense, capabilities, the time that you have. He might make certain projections for you. But if you do not commit the required amount of money in a disciplined way, you may have a retirement corpus, but that may not be sufficient enough. In such a case, what you can do? One option is continue your working years by a few more. If you are intending to retire at 60, maybe extend your job for another 5 years if it is possible. The other thing is, by extending the job, you will get another 5 years to grow your money. So if you make inadequate contribution, then that could become one of the reasons, or could be a major reason, not to have enough money by the time you retire. How can you approach this problem? Very simple. Start as early as possible, I said. It could be just 500 rupees. It's okay. All that you have to do is invest somewhere. Don't invest in a mutual fund kind of an account. Not that I'm against mutual fund. Our main business is a mutual fund. When you start a retirement planning, it's best you keep it in an illiquid account. When you keep it in an illiquid account, what happens is that at will, you will not be able to dip into it. Right? So use an illiquid account to fund your retirement planning. Every year, whenever your salary changes, either by way of change of job or a promotion or a bonus, you get some extra money for whatever the reason, make sure proportionately or a slightly higher amount, keep contributing to the retirement plan. Thereby, even though you start very early, even though your contributions are small, you make best by compounding. To whenever you climb up the ladder in your career, the additional earnings that you bring will also go a portion of that money into the retirement planning. Be mindful of the fact that, are you contributing enough? Am I contributing more and more as I move up my ladder? If these two things can be attended, I don't see why you should not have a good retirement corpus. Reason number 10. People do everything but employ a wrong strategy. They start early, they contribute correctly, they will remain disciplined. In spite of that, they may not have enough money at the time of retirement. What can go wrong? The reason here is improper strategy. What do I mean by strategy? A strategy is something where you have to put money in the right asset class. When you say retirement planning, the right asset class for you to invest is equity. Why it is equity? Because equity over longer periods of time gives you inflation beating return. When I say equity, it could be any form of equity. It could be, if you are somebody who is well versed with the stock market, you can pick up direct stocks, but I don't advise you. You can pick up ETFs, you can pick up index funds, you can pick up mutual funds, you can take a unit linked insurance plan, you can put money in PMS account, you can put it in AF. Any form is fine, but you should make best use of equity. In retirement planning, The best thing is your target is far away. That means you get enough time. You can ride on the volatility of the market. Market goes up, market comes down, market goes through a bull phase, bear phase. You will get everything. Regularly contribute. Employ the right strategy. Many people, the mistake that they do is they keep money for retirement. They park this money in bank and idle the money. That's a waste of resources. That's a waste of time. So all that you have to do is employ the right strategy. If you've already built it, you are doubtful, you should check yourself or with the planner, have you employed the right strategy or not? Let's say you put the money in the bank. From the initial thing, let's say the money grows 10x. I'm just giving an example. Don't take these numbers very seriously. However, if you invest in equity, if banks can do you 10x growth, equity could do you 100x or 200x growth, depending on how much of money, how early you put, how much time you are going to give. So it is very essential that you employ the right strategy. Don't be fearful. Don't think that you will lose money. The best gift that you have today as an youngster is the time ahead of you before you retire. Make best use of the time by investing in equity in any form you like. If you do that, there is no way you can fail to build sufficient retirement corpus by the time you retire. Dear viewers, I have given 10 points to work on. Barring that unfortunate events of life, the rest of the 9 things you can definitely overcome these challenges and you can make it work for you. The knowledge about what makes you fail itself is a power that I have given in your hands. Time to act it is now. If it helped you to understand the pitfalls, do give me a thumbs up. Our channel grows because of your subscription. Many of you are yet to subscribe for the channel. Please hit that subscribe button and press the bell icon. Do share these useful videos with your friends and relatives, near and dear ones, on all the social media on which you are connected with. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another thought on your life, your money next Friday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.